Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Anjali. As you all know, that just by making small changes, sometime, not sometime, every time gives us huge result. Because when we want to develop certain habits, we just need to make sure that we are going to make a small change towards engaging in that habit. Yeah, and if you want to improve your English, I know that you are struggling a lot when it comes to talk about your speaking practice because the situation that you are facing right now, I have gone through and I can relate with you all because I know in my initial stage, right in the inception when I was learning speaking English, it was quite difficult for me to do my speaking practice. And I know this thing very well that when it comes to talk about practice, every English beginner struggles. Every English beginner struggles because I did struggle a lot, and I was like, oh my god, I just want to do something that will help me to cut down this struggle. And what if I'm going to tell you these two small changes would definitely entirely change the way you are going to speak in English, change the way right now you're speaking in English. These small changes would make you to become fluent in English because these two changes played an important role in my conversation, in my day-to-day life, and these two changes made me to speak in English. So I don't want to waste any further time of yours. So without wasting any further time of yours, just let's get into this video. In order to, as we all know, just by making small change, we will generate and we will get big results. Because right in the inception, if somebody would say to you that in order to speak in English, you just need to practice speaking English for 1 hour every single day. How does this sound to you? Does this sound very difficult for you? Absolutely. Because if somebody is going to say to you that in order to speak in English, you just need to inculcate the habit of practicing speaking English 1 hour every single day, it gets very difficult, and every English beginner can't do this. I was at that time, if somebody would say this to me, I didn't do it, I didn't make it. But what I did, instead of making this big change that every single day I'm going to do my speaking practice, I decided this small change that I'm going to speak in English only for 1 minute in a day, which was my small task, which was my small change that I made at that time I was learning speaking English. Instead of saying myself that I need to practice 10 minutes, 15 minutes, no, I didn't do that. I made myself to just do practice speaking English, to just do my speaking practice only for 1 minute. And trust me, I still didn't remember that day. When did I start my speaking journey? And that 1 minute led me to do my speaking practice more than 1 minute. That 1 minute led me to do my speaking practice for 5 minutes, and 5 minutes to 10, 10 to 15, and 15 to 20. And one day what I did my speaking practice for 1 hour. Entirely for 1 hour, I did my speaking practice, which was very difficult for me. But just by inculcating this small change in my day to day life, that every single day I'm going to do my speaking practice, which led me to improve my English, which led me to increase the duration of my speaking practice from 1 minute to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, which led me to improve my English. And this is why I just wanted to share with you all. You don't need to make big change. You don't need to do something huge. No, in your initial stage, you don't need to do anything like that. You just need to make sure that you are going to make a small change, not a very big change. Because small change when you make, that will make you to become habitual, because speaking gets difficult. Absolutely, speaking gets difficult. We feel difficulties because we are not very habitual to do speaking practice. But just by inculcating this one thought in your mind that every single day I'm going to do my speaking practice only for 1 minute is going to lead you, that one decision of yours gonna lead you to improve your English, to increase the duration of your day-to-day practice. And this was the first small change that I inculcated in my life, and that entirely changed the way I used to speak in English. And that is why I just wanted to share with you all, talking about the second small change that I made in order to improve my English, which was literally, right now, how many of you find difficulties to speak one sentence? If somebody is going to ask you a question, how many of you wouldn't find any kind of difficulties to answer that question in a one sentence, only one sentence? In my initial stage, I was very comfortable. After learning tense, after making a good command over tense, I didn't find any kind of difficulties to answer my question in one sentence. I used to answer it very easily. But it was very difficult for me to answer question in two sentences. For example, if you don't talk to me, then I will not talk to you. So these were very difficult for me to start using these linking words. Yeah, so I made this small change that right now I'm comfortable to speak one sentence, but I just need to work on, after speaking one sentence, I want to make the another one along with that. After speaking one, and I just want to speak the next sentence, I just want to relate it. Yeah, talk to me, otherwise I will not talk to you. Otherwise, these are the linking words. And I started indulging, I started incorporating these small linking words in my day to day conversation, which helped me a lot to improve my English. And still the same thing happened here. Still, I didn't remember that day. When did I start using three? When did I start speaking three or four sentences in a flow? I didn't remember that day. And it all happened just by making a small change that from now onwards, I will try to speak two sentences together. After one sentence, I'm going to speak the next sentence instantly. Yeah, this was the second change. This was the second small change that I made in order to improve my English. And usually this thing happens. How many of you are very comfortable to answer question in a one sentence? If you are comfortable, make sure that you are going to do the same thing. You are going to start speaking, start making your mind to speak two sentences together. After finishing first sentence, try to speak the second one also. And it helped me, literally it helped me to speak several sentences in a video, several sentences in a flow. Tell me one thing, am I framing sentences right now? No, I'm not. Whatever is coming in my mind, I'm just expressing it. It was all happened just because my that small change that I did in order to improve my English. And the same thing you need to do. We know this thing very well. Just by making small change, we can achieve something big. We can achieve something extraordinary. And these were the small changes that I inculcate in my day-to-day life. And these changes have given me huge result when it comes to talk about my speaking practice. In our initial stage, we all find difficulties, we all get nervous, we all get anxious, and we used to get cold feet when it comes to talk about our speaking practice. And what if I'm going to say to you, you just need to indulge these two small changes in your day-to-day life, and you are going to see huge results. Make sure that you're going to do it consistently, because without consistency you won't get any kind of result. Consistency always leads you to get worthy results. But if you are not going to be very consistent towards your work, whatever you are doing in order to improve your English, if you are not consistent with it, you won't get any kind of results. It's useless. Whatever efforts you are making, every effort is useless if you are not going to do it consistently. If you are going to do speaking practice only one day and the next day you will skip, it is not going to help you any further to improve your English. So just by making these small changes helped me a lot to improve my English. I used to struggle a lot to do my speaking practice. It was very difficult for me when it comes to talk about speaking practice. I used to get nervous, and this was my second small change that I made in order to improve my English. And trust me, that small change lead me to speak three sentences, and three to four, four to five, five to 10, 10 to 15. And right now I'm creating this video, I'm speaking several sentences right after the other. I'm not finding any kind of difficulties. So just by making a small change, just by making small change, entirely change the way you are going to speak in English. Just by indulging, inculcating these small changes in your day-to-day life would definitely make you to speak, improve your English. These are the small changes that I wanted to share with you all. I hope you all found this video very informative. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And share this video with your friends and family members. And I hope you all found this video very informative. So Radhe Radhe to you all. I'll see you soon in the next video. Till then, keep watching, keep improving, and keep doing speaking practice.